save your life. And every night I will be with you. 'Cause every night I still lay you in that dream of the next solution. 'Cause every night I will make it right. And every night I will come to you. But every night it just stays the same in my dream of the next solution.
Go again, yo, everyone. Starlight Let's Players here. We are back with some more Skullgirls. We're in part 6 of this playthrough, and this time we're going to be playing as Painwheel.
Soul contamination stabilized.
Begin implanting the control mechanism.
Her body seems to have fully assimilated the Skullgirls' blood, Doctor. Implantation complete. No signs of rejection, Doctor.
Good. Establishing control. Now. Obey Lab Zero. Find the Skullgirl and destroy her. Retrieve the Skull Heart and return it to Lab Zero.
Okay, so before I actually talk about Painwheel and her story, I just want to take the time to rant about this fucking fight here. So already off the bat, we're fighting up against Peacock, and I don't know what the hell is going on with this particular fight, but I had to face off against her 3 times. Keep in mind, I'm playing this on normal mode, and all she does is spam projectiles and weapons. That's it. Every time. This never happened to any other fights that I've witnessed when facing off against Peacock. So why now did they decide to pull this bullshit right here? This is the exact same type of bullshit as when it's kind of like Naruto Classic Ninja Evolution 3, where you were playing as Naruto in his 9-tail state, and you was facing up against Data, and all Data does was just spamming projectiles while also having super armor. That's exactly how bad the fight was. But, okay, rant aside, this is Painwheel. She was known as Carol, who was the best friend of Philia. They used to be best friends, but she was kidnapped by Valentine and was delivered to the anti-Skullgirls lab, Secretary Lab Zero. So, she was implanted with 2 parasites, the Bura Drive, which gives her the ability to fly, and the Gay Volga. I'm not kidding, that's actually the second name of the parasite. But yeah, she was actually infused with 2 parasites, which was pretty much on the same level as Peacock, which I already fought against, and I still can't believe that fight is actual bullshit.
Now, let's see. That's 19 Medici-affiliated families in Maplecrest. Marie is going to have a field day with this.
You, Valentine! It was you! You're the one that took this life from me!
Well, if it isn't Subject 084. What did Brain Drain call you again? Oh, right. Painwheel. It's been swell, Painwheel, but I'm busy. Turn around and head back to the lab.
No!
No. You've been programmed to obey your Lab Zero creators without fail. How can you resist my order? Let's try this again. Invoking Command Protocol 51, access code 36E2540. I order you to return to Lab Zero and forget that you ever saw me.
Get out of my head!
Code accepted. Command Protocol 51 initiated. Overriding autonomous control.
No! I'm so close! Valentine is right there! I can make her pay what she did to me! And what's this? I can sense the Skullgirls' aura on her.
Resistance detected. Subjugating and sequestering resident ego.
Okay, so that guy you just saw in the cutscene as well as this one, he's known as Brain Drain, and he works alongside Valentine. He's basically Valentine's boss, and he's also voiced by KG Tang. So I don't know much about his work, but he did a spectacular job as Brain Drain. But yeah, about Painwheel, so how exactly did she get kidnapped? Well, she was found in a Medici slave camp with No Man's Land's refugees, and when the Last Hope rescued the refugees, Valentine, she just came across Painwheel, and seeing that her blood was actually suitable for the next experiment, she decided to take her to Lab Zero and do a lot of experiments on her. Not only just in and that's pretty much how she became the monster she is. I mean, look at her. She has a giant shuriken like a weapon on top of her back, which was implanted inside her back, and she has needles on her shoulders and hips. So yeah, they really fucked her up badly.
What? You're still here. Leave at once.
I said no!
Impossible. How could you overcome a command protocol? That shred of a soul we left you with shouldn't be enough to fight Brain Drain's control.
I can feel the Skullgirl on you, Valentine.
Now that just won't do. It would seem I've been hanging around Marie too long and have been tainted with her ethereal stink. The Skullgirl blood in you must be reacting to that. But I wonder, perhaps there's more to that blood than we knew. Let's conduct a little experiment. Come to the Grand Cathedral of the Divine Trinity. I'll be waiting, and so will the Skullgirl. See you there.
So it's worth noting that, despite her fury and anger, behind that mask, she's actually a kind and sweet girl. And you're gonna be seeing more of her once we get to Umbrella Story, which will probably be next year. But yeah, despite her being an actual weapon, she still has a kind heart underneath that mask. So yeah, I will say that they really ruined her life. I will say right now, Painwheel, in my opinion, has the most tragic story of them all. Her life was actually ruined, and you're gonna see more as we get to the ending of her story. But yeah, it's actually really sad. And one thing that I want to point out is that despite this fight between her and Philia, there's no actual cutscenes between the two. We've only seen the cutscenes in Philia's story. That's pretty much it. And the two of them did reunited in Umbrella Story, and they also. But I won't spoil much of it until we get to that. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to see even more interactions between the two, seeing that they had a history together. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
You made it. Excellent. Subject 084, initiate Command Protocol 51, access code 36E2540. I order you to return to Lab Zero immediately.
It won't work, Valentine. I'm in control now.
Amazing. It would seem my theory was correct. Your blood is resonating with the Skullgirl. The closer you get to her, the stronger your psyche becomes.
Enough experiments! It's time for you to pay for what you did to me!
Lady Valentine, Mother must dispose of this aberration at once.
No, leave her to me. The least I can do is put her down myself. I did create her after all.
Very well.
Ah! I'm gonna cut you to ribbons!
Alright, so the cool thing about this fight in the cathedral is that you don't actually fight Valentine and Double together. Instead, you just fight Valentine by yourself, and that makes it even easier. Like, the previous playthroughs that I played, like, they were pretty good and easy, you know, well, except for Philia's story, where I pretty much got my ass kicked in the first time. But the fact that I'm only fighting against Valentine, with Painwheel, that makes it a lot easier, and it makes sense considering that Valentine, she's responsible for ruining Painwheel's life. I can't imagine the fact that they would actually like take away a 15-year-old's life, especially considering that, you know, she wasn't even like a bad person. Again, she was just a kind-hearted girl.
Excellent. You're ready. I had my doubts, but I think it's time you challenge Marie. Go. The Skullgirl awaits in the catacombs below.
Why should I listen to you?
Do you want freedom? Do you want to reclaim the boring, humdrum life we stole from you? Until the Skullgirl is defeated, no one is truly free, and you have the strength to stop her.
You're right. But don't think for a second this is over, Valentine. I will find you. Skullgirl, I'm here to destroy you!
How curious. Evil people made you into a monster, but you broke free of their control. Yet you still wish to do their bidding?
This is my choice! Brain drain, Valentine, this cursed blood within me. I don't give a damn. Tearing you apart is the only true path to freedom!
Alright, I probably should have mentioned this a bit earlier during Painwheel's story, but her voice actress is Danielle McRae, and if you don't know, she's actually the voice of Esha from Mega Dimension Neptunia V2. So that's actually pretty cool. I will say that she also did a good job as Painwheel, just like she did a good job with Esha. The same goes for Isha as well, but yeah. So this is like 6th verse, same story. You fight against Marie, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, you know, I can see her backstory, like not really her backstory. I can see the way that she was able to break free of her creator's control. Kind of on a similar route as, you know, Broly from Dragon Ball Z, where he was being controlled by his own father, Paragus. The fact that he broke control, and that was like twice, by the way. The first time was during the Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan movie, and the second time, well, I wouldn't say, well, the second time he was only able to break free. The only reason he was able to break free was because she stole Paragus's mind. She stole Paragus's device that lets him control Broly. So yeah, you know, seeing these characters break free of their creator's control and let them do whatever they want on their own, it can be very, to me, that's very satisfying.
The Skull Heart. This is why my life was taken from me.
You poor, miserable child. I can return your life to you, and so much more.
No! I will not be enslaved by you, Lab Zero, or anyone!
Your freedom is an illusion. This changes nothing.
It's over. I can go home. Mom? Dad? It's me.
Monster! Get out of here, monster! Painwheel, return to Lab Zero. We have much to discuss.
Do you really think you can control me? The truth is, you're next!
So that's the end of Painwheel's story. She was able to destroy the Skull Heart, and she returned home. However, her parents only saw her as a monster, and now she's really devastated. So yeah, she definitely did not have a really good ending, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate for her, but hey, at least that will change an Umbrella story. That I will say that. But yeah, just like any, and I will say this, just like Parasol and Misfortunes, she also had an alternate ending, and Painwheel was swayed by the Skullheart into wishing for freedom. The Skullheart declared that she will be free from everything, including her memory, reasons, and morals, and rage incarnate as the next Skullgirl. So yeah, essentially that alternate ending is basically her becoming the next Skullgirl, which is a bit, I wouldn't say like good, but it's better than just seeing her being rejected and only seen as a monster by her own parents. But yeah, going back into the actual ending, like she felt devastated. Brain Drain tries to get her to come back. However, Painwheel knows that her next target is Brain Drain, so she's gonna go after him next. So yeah. One thing I will say that, again, I really wish they would have touched in a bit more on the friendship between Philia and Painwheel. I really wish they would have touched in more on that, seeing that we got some of that in Philia's story. But yeah, hopefully they'll probably do that one day. But yeah, that's gonna be it. The next part I will be doing is Valentine's story, which is my favorite character. So I am looking forward to that. And I hope you are as well. But until then, this is the Starlight Let's Player signing out. As always, Goki Genyo, and have a startastic day, everyone.